Hello, my students of class 8. We had started pronouns the previous session and we have already done personal pronoun as well as possessive pronouns. Though those we did in detail. Now let us just go through some other types of pronouns which are there and then finish the exercises. Let us learn about the other kinds of pronouns that we have not done in the previous session. Okay, so let us start with demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns. So demonstrative pronouns are words like this, that, these, those. I've written these twice. Okay. This, that, these, those. Okay. For the singular, this and that. For the plural, these, those. They are the demonstrative pronouns. Okay. Let us take an example. This is my book. Okay. Here, this is the demonstrative pronoun. Now, don't mix it up with demonstrative adjectives like before. Just like I said in the case of possessive adjective and possessive pronoun also the same thing is there. That possessive pronouns and possessive adjectives might look the same sometimes, but they are different in their function. Possessive pronouns are used to replace nouns in a sentence, whereas possessive adjectives are placed in front of the noun to qualify them. Similarly, the same is true for demonstrative pronouns and demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, those, and demonstrative adjectives are also the same. But in case of demonstrative adjectives, they are placed in front of the noun as opposed to replace the noun. Demonstrative pronouns, they are used in this way. This is my book. Here this is working like the subject of the sentence. Okay, so this is my book. Here this word is pronoun, demonstrative pronoun. But if I write the sentence in a different way, that is, this book is mine. Okay, here this word is qualifying the word book, which is a noun, and so this one becomes a demonstrative adjective. Okay, so this book is mine is example of a demonstrative adjective. We are not doing demonstrative adjective, but we are doing demonstrative pronoun. So demonstrative pronouns are these words which are used for demonstrating something. Okay, like the examples which are given in your book. This is a beautiful vase, like that. Next, come to interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronouns are words like what, which, who, which works for asking questions. Okay, what is your name? Which is your bag? Who is that boy? All that are used for asking question and they are interrogative pronouns. Now similarly, interrogative adjectives are also there, but I think by now you understand the difference, right? For adjectives, you have to identify it. The words are the same, but the adjectives are placed in front of the noun, whereas the pronouns are used in place of the noun. Okay, so these two types we understood. Next, come to this two type, reflexive and emphatic. Listen, I think reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun you've already done in class 7, but let us just recapitulate it. Reflexive pronouns are used to reflect upon or go back to the subject of the sentence. Okay, whatever the subject of the sentence is, the reflexive pronoun will go back to it. It will shift back to the subject. Words like myself, herself, himself, themselves, ourselves, all of them are examples of reflexive pronouns. Myself, herself, himself, themselves. All of them are example of reflexive pronouns. Okay, so reflexive pronouns, they reflect upon or go back to the subject in the sentence. Now look at this sentence. They will inform you themselves. They will inform you themselves. So when I'm saying they, this is the subject of the sentence. Then I am saying they will inform you. Till this part, it's okay. It's like a normal sentence. Then when I add the word themselves, again it reflects back upon they. Like a mirror. Okay. The work of the mirror is to reflect back your image. Similarly, the reflexive pronouns also do the same thing. Their work is to reflect back on the subject. The subject is they and reflexive pronoun for they is themselves, and it will come back to they. Okay. So here reflexive pronoun is being used to reflect back upon the subject of the sentence. Now there is another kind which is often mixed up with this, that is the emphatic pronouns. It is also a kind of reflexive pronoun, but it is a special kind. These are reflexive pronouns used for emphasis. They are used for emphasizing the subject. So, how will I construct sentences like that? Normally, we place the emphatic pronoun just after the subject. I myself made the blueprint. I myself made the blueprint. That means I is the subject and the word myself is emphasizing upon the action played by the subject. It is emphasizing the role of the subject. So I say I myself made the blueprint. Here emphatic pronoun is myself and it is being used for giving emphasis to the subject. So this kind reflects upon the subject and this kind give emphasis on the subject. Here hence this one is called reflexive pronoun and this one is called emphatic pronoun. The words are the same. Himself, herself, myself, themselves, yourself. Okay, all these words are the same, but for reflexive pronoun, it reflects back upon the subject, so it is placed a bit further away from the subject. But in the case of emphatic pronoun, it is mostly placed just after the subject in order to show emphasis on the subject. Understood? So these three types we did. Reflexive and emphatic, together we did interrogative and demonstratives. Okay, now let us go to the other kinds of pronouns.